You're listening to the Big Shaw Sports Report on Northeast Streaming Sports.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Big Shaw for the Big Shaw Sports Report. I hope everyone is having a great day. This is my first time in a while. It's been quite a while since I've been back. So I just want to thank everybody for listening to the show today. We're going to get into some headlines right quick. The Atlanta Falcons. But first, I want to talk about the Texas Longhorns. They hired Texas Tech coach Chris Bird yesterday. That was a pretty good hire, but Texas is a very, very, very great school. A lot of it's very high expectations for the Texas Longhorns basketball team. I'm a big fan of the Texas Longhorns. So they got two of them. Yeah. I'm back, everybody. I'm sorry for the brief mess up there. But back to the Texas Longhorns basketball team. That was a great hire. He came from Texas Tech. But Texas as a whole, it is a very, very, very tough place because they have very high expectations for the football team, basketball team. You have to win in Texas. You have to win. I'm not taking nothing from Shaka Smart. He's a very great coach. I've been watching him ever since, for a while. He's a very, very great coach. And I wish him very, very best up in Marquette, another great school. I can see him doing very big things up there in Marquette. But back to Texas, I like Texas. I like the basketball team. I like the football team. I follow both. But I'm an SEC guy. So Texas, you have to win games in Texas. You cannot mess around. Texas have big time recruits, go there. A lot of great players came from Texas. So, I'll be watching Texas closely next year to see how far they would go, next year. They did pretty good this year, but I'm looking to see what can they do better next year. So, more college basketball news. Arkansas Razorbacks and the Ohio State Buckeyes, they will headline next year's Maui Invitational. I love it. I'm a big college basketball fan. I know my co-host Jay. He's on vacation, with his wife. He's a Houston Cougars fan. He thinks Houston will take it all and dethrone Gonzaga and just win it all. I don't know about that, but this is for next year for the Maui, the Maui Invitational. That is something big. I know Michigan State used to go a lot. I don't know if they're going now, but hopefully all the coronavirus stuff, we can start getting ourselves in these arenas now so we can watch some great college basketball. We didn't have a chance to watch a lot of great college basketball games this year because the coronavirus took a lot of big games away. So hopefully next year things will be a little bit better, for college basketball to get everybody in the stands and make people their money they've been missing. And I want to touch on the subject also. ADs, a lot of ADs, a lot of college ADs, they think paying players is a bad idea. A lot of them, they think it is a very bad idea. Now, do I think it's a bad idea? It's a gift and a curse. It's good and then it's bad. So it goes like this. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind, getting corrected. So who's all getting paid? Is it the star players getting paid or is everybody getting paid? So I think they need to look at this a little bit more and try to figure this thing out. Because honestly, me being the type of guy I am, I don't think these guys should get paid. That's just me. It's coming from me. That's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. My boys, Jen Logan and Frankie, they can tell you, where a Big Shaw think that's who he's going to go with. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think these guys or these ladies should get paid at all. Because if you're going to pay one, pay them all. Pay them all. If you're going to pay them, I'll pay the whole team. But you can't do that. And I know they're not going to do it, but they're going to try. They're going to try to find a way to wiggle it in to only pay certain players. And they're going to try to put it in the contracts and all this stuff. But At the end of the day, I don't think these guys or these ladies should get paid to play college sports. So if I'm gonna use a young lady, a top 5 recruit, let's just say she's from Florida and she's on a full pay scholarship, does she get paid? Should she get paid? That's a good question. Should she get paid? That's a good thing. So let's talk about the Chicago Bears. I got the Chicago Bears. They voted against the 17-game season. I'm gonna tell you that's the smartest thing. I love Chicago. I love Chicago to death. But I will say this: I embraced the Bears Nation last night. Listen, this was the smartest thing, okay, that the Chicago Bears have done. The dumbest thing the Chicago Bears have done, excuse me, Bear Nation, y'all have to hear this. I wouldn't lie to y'all guys. The dumbest thing that Chicago's done was this: turning down the opportunity to get one of the greatest quarterbacks to play in the NFL. His name is Russell Wilson. Chicago was going to give you Khalil Mack, and I think it was a defensive player. And this guy was good too, as well. And y'all said no. Let me tell you something. Chicago, y'all should have ran with that. Y'all should have got Russell Wilson, okay, and put pieces around Russell Wilson. But they did not do that. They said no. So they're saying, okay, we're going to go with Andy Dalton as our starting quarterback. I'm going to tell you this: the GM should be fired. That's just me. I'm sorry, Bears Nation. I love y'all guys, but the GM needs to get fired because there is no way that you miss out on an opportunity and you have the money to get Russell Wilson. That's just crazy. It's just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you pass up Russell Wilson? That's crazy. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen the Chicago Bears do. And I also pass up on other great quarterbacks. Do I gotta name them? I will, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna hurt y'all feelings to bring back memories. But Chicago in the front office, y'all have to get it together quick and in a hurry. And one more other thing I want to talk about: the NFL draft is coming up. I can smell it. It's getting real close. And I'm going to get on the headlines, some of the headlines and topics here. Now, we know that Trevor Lawrence is going first to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The 49ers, they picked up their number 3 now. So my thing is this. Miami made it clear. They made it clear that Tua is their guy. They made that clear by making moves. Tua is their guy going forward. But here's my thing. I'm a big Tua fan. Okay? Here's my thing. And I've talked about this plenty of times. This has to be the year. Okay? This has to be the year that Tua breaks out. Okay? If Tua doesn't break out this year, Miami, you have the pieces to do it. If he's not your guy this year, okay, you need to get somebody in that position behind him. You need to get somebody and pull that trigger. So this is my other thing I came up with. You want to make Tua comfortable. You want to make him feel real great, real good. What you do is this. You go get somebody that he's familiar with. Who is he familiar with? Devontae Smith. Go get Devontae Smith. I'm telling you, it will work for him. It will give him the confidence, okay, to release that ball. We know Tua has an arm. It showed in Alabama. Sometimes the ball got away, but half the time Tua was very accurate. I'm never going to forget that game against Georgia. Okay? Don't forget that game in Georgia, what he done. So get somebody he's real comfortable with. And I'm thinking it would be Devontae Smith. Get him, Miami. Get Devontae Smith or Whittle. But I'm thinking, I get Devontae. I got a plan for Whittle later on. But I would get Devontae Smith. Okay? Now, like I said, you want to feel comfortable. Get on somebody that he knows and somebody he can trust. That will make Tua confidence go through the roof. I'm telling you. I want to speak on this. This is something that came up to me. I thought about this. I said, you know what? I want to bring it up. Not a lot of people talk about it. How about Whittle and Jamar Chase? Let me tell you, Whittle is really fast. This is a really fast wide receiver. But let me tell you, man, I enjoyed watching him in Alabama. But when he got hurt, he went down. I was like, man, this dude is gonna drop in the draft. So I can see him getting drafted later on in the first round, maybe second round. But Whittle is going somewhere. He is going somewhere to a team that that will bring out his speed and bring out his production. I think he would do real well. But Jamar Chase and Kyle Pitts, I want to hit that again. We talked about it last night, unscripted. It was pretty good. We went at it a little bit. I think we got on a little bit too late, but I'm gonna hit on it now. Let me tell you this. Kyle Pitts, it really does. It depends on what type of offense that you're gonna run. Okay, that's what you want. What type of offense that you're going to run? Now, Kyle Pitts said, this is what he said. It's not what I said. That he's the best tight end ever. Now, if he's the best tight end in Florida Gators history, I would say yes, and again I would say no because one of the guys is not around no more. I'm not going to say his name, but Kyle Pitts was great in Florida. He really was. Now he's a great tight end. He's not the best tight end yet. He has to prove this in the NFL. You have to prove your worth in the NFL. You've done it in college. Did an excellent job in college. But you have to show everybody, because he's going to start. Wherever team he goes to, he will be in the top 10. He will get drafted in the top 10. He has to prove during the season, when it gets here, on why are you the greatest tight end. You have to show us on the field. My biggest problem for Kyle Pitts is, can he block in the NFL? It doesn't matter now what you did in college. You're in the big boy league now. You're with the big boys. You got to drop them. You got to show us what you can do, or you know what? You're going to be a bust. You're going to be an afterthought. So if I were, Kyle Pitts, I wouldn't have said that. I would have said something else. But Kyle Pitts, he's physical, he's fast, he's strong, and he's a freak of nature. Not a lot of tight ends are like him. You don't see that every day, every year. You don't see a Kyle Pitts. You just don't. Now, like I said, it depends on what type of offense you're running. Now, with Jamar Chase, the same thing. He's physical. He's a speedster. He's a monster. He's a freak of nature. He took off last year because of coronavirus. Do we hold that against him? No, because you know what? He showed me in the pro day. Listen, folks, I hate saying it about LSU, but he showed us at the pro day that he's ready. That he's ready for anybody. Yes, he's going early also. He's going real early. He's getting off that board real fast. So where would he land? Who would you pick? I'm going to tell you again, my mind did not change. I'm picking Kyle Pitts. Keep this man at tight end. Because I'm tired of seeing these guys that were so great at tight end, they go to wide receiver and they stink. And they don't want to put these guys back at the position that they know and that they can handle. Keep this man at tight end. And maybe 4 or 5 years down the road, we can say, oh, this man is a superstar. This man is a stud. This man is good. But I can't say that now. I can't say that Kyle Pitts is the best tight end. I just can't say that. It'll be disrespectful of me to say that. But like I said, I would pick Kyle Pitts. If I was the GM, I would pick Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, you can't go wrong with either one. But I would pick Kyle Pitts. If you haven't seen him play, go look him up on YouTube. Look him up on YouTube. And I want to speak on the young man that threw the shoe at Florida when LSU played Florida. He had a great pro day as well. He really did have a real good pro day. He's a good cornerback. Because he's come off the board, I can say maybe in the second round, he's going to somebody. He will land somewhere and be able to help a team. I know Jamar Chase, he said that he doesn't mind going to Cincinnati. He does not mind going. But if I was Cincinnati, I would get Joe Burrow some help. Get that man some help fast because he's going to need all the help that he can possibly get because that injury that he got last year is not nice. Protect your quarterback first. Think about what you need, not what you want. You want Javon Chase. Yeah, they do. They want Javon Chase bad. But get some offensive line, protect your star, protect your quarterback at all times. He's your general. He's going to lead your team down the field. So Cincinnati do the right thing. And let's hit the Roy Williams retirement from college basketball. Sad day for everybody to hear that. I don't think he was forced out. I was asked that today. You think Roy Williams was forced out? No, I don't think so. I think Roy Williams, he knew it was time to move on. I really do think so. I don't think he was forced to leave at all. I think he was, he knew time was coming, and he went out on his own. One of the greatest coaches in all of college basketball or coaching ever. He is one of the greatest to ever do it. I enjoy watching him coach on the sidelines when his players would do something crazy or do something. He would blow up. His face would be red out the balloon. He was just that man of a coach. He was just that good. He seemed like a great man, to be around. I know Michael Jordan said some things. A lot of people, came out, and said some great things about Roy Williams. The Duke and the North Carolina rivalry was one of the greatest rivalries that I've seen, in college basketball. This year was kind of on the low end because of the coronavirus. I wish it was like it used to be, but the coronavirus took a lot of things away from college basketball. But Roy Williams, we will miss you on the sideline in your blue suit, your nice North Carolina blue suit. But I'm gonna say this: if I was North Carolina, I would let Roy Williams choose the next head coach, but I would keep it in the North Carolina family. That's just me thinking, guys. But who would be the names? Who would you think of? To coach the North Carolina Tar Heels. Now the North Carolina Tar Heels, another school. It is a very historic school. It's not like these other small schools that you don't think of. When you think of college basketball, who do you think of? You think of North Carolina, Duke, Kansas, Arkansas. Arkansas is great too. Syracuse, Georgetown. You think of schools like that. UCLA. How does a UCLA? You think of schools like that. So that's North Carolina is in there with the big dogs, with the big boys. That's where North Carolina is at. One of the greatest schools, produced a lot of great talent in North Carolina. So thank you, Roy Williams, for everything you've done for college basketball and everybody around it. And Deshaun Watson, poor guy. I don't know now. I've heard so many things about what's going on. The police said they hadn't gotten a report yet. So it's to me, it's looking kind of troubling for him. I don't know, if he's going to be on the field this year. I don't know if I don't know what the Houston Texans want to do with this. Do you release him? Do you just disown them and say, oh, okay, here's your ticket out? They have yet to do anything yet. They have yet to budge on this situation. So the Texans, y'all want some hot water. Y'all got to figure out what y'all want to do. Keep the man, let it be a cancer in your locker room, or just get rid of him. You can do something, but Deshaun Watson, I hope everything is not what they say it is. I'm going to ride with you. But right now, I'm going to ride with you. I'm with you. So we're going to see how that goes. And Vanderbilt, they're upgrading their football and basketball facilities to get big-time recruits in. That's what you do. Build those weight rooms up. Build everything nice. This is what these kids do when they go on recruit trips. The first place they want to go look is where? The weight room. That is where the first place a nice 18-year-old, 19-year-old male, maybe female, they want to go check out the weight, where the weight's at. That's what they want to look at. Then they want to go see all the championships. They want to go take the tour and just feel that atmosphere and get ready for it if they choose that school. If Vanderbilt is a nice school, SEC. Another thing, if you never had the opportunity to go around these schools or something like that, I think you should. It's a good thing, to go on the tour. I know some schools they have that, some don't, but Vanderbilt is a very good school. Education wise, you got to know what you're doing educational wise. But I hope everything goes well for Vanderbilt and they get a lot of top players in. Vanderbilt's not a bad school, just not a football school. It's not a football school. And the AFC East, who will win the AFC East? I know Jay, he is ready for me to announce my pick for the NFC East. So before I do that, let's not remember the NFC East was hot trash just a season ago. Very hot trash. So who's gonna come out of the East this year? I know my boy Jay. He's thinking, the Dallas Cowboys. Let me tell you, I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna go on a limb, and I'm gonna say this. I think the Dallas Cowboys, they might have a chance to come out of the NFC East. But it depends on what they do in the draft. Who do you get? Who do you need? Who do you want? Come on, Dallas Cowboys. You got to figure it out. Is Dak Prescott your guy? Are you sure? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I'm not worried about Dak Prescott. I mean, not Dak Prescott. I mean, Zeke. I'm not worried about him. He's fine. He's okay. But I'm worried about the Dallas Cowboys on the defense side of the ball. What are they going to do? Are you going to get Patrick Surtain? You're going to get a cornerback? You're going to look at defensive end, defensive tackle? Because on paper, Dallas, they looked good on paper this past season, but they stunk up the whole stadium. So I'm looking for Dallas to do big things. So I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys to come out of the East. I know it hurts me to say that, but this is why I'm going to say that. The Washington football team head coach, Ron Rivera, he said that Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to have to earn his start. That means it will be a quarterback competition. And listen, Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to win. But how far can he lead the Washington football team? I'm interested to know, and I'm ready to find out. But I mean, a little bit ways away, but you can smell football in the air. And let's get to some sports headlines. I got two more headlines here. The Atlanta Falcons, they announced the London game this fall. The NFL international games, we don't know who they're going to play yet, but I hope they don't play New England. I don't want to see that game at all. I do not want to see that because it would make me sad because I know what New England will do to them. But speaking of New England, I'm happy for one thing. They got some of their defense back. I know Dante Hightower, he's back. It's good to see the Patriots starting to get their guys back. But the quarterback situation to me, I want to touch back on it. The quarterback situation for me is this. We know Cam Newton is not the full answer. We know that. I'm not going to say anything horrible about Cam Newton because he had a good first year, and then he just fell completely off. So who can New England get to sit behind Cam Newton for that time? I'm thinking Mac Jones, but you know what? I looked at TV today. Some people have Mac Jones going third. Yeah, they got Mac Jones going third all of a sudden now. So that makes me think, would that be, is that too high for Mac Jones? Let me tell you this, absolutely. It's too high for Mac Jones. Mac Jones do not need to go third to the San Francisco 49ers. He needs to go to New England, sit back behind Cam Newton and learn the system. That's where he should go. I don't know why I'm so high on Mac Jones going to New England, but that's just where I feel that he will fit better. You put this man at number 3. Let me tell you, I don't think it'd be a good idea. I just don't think it would be a great idea for him to go at number 3. I think you draft him to New England, like I've been saying, and let him sit behind Cam Newton, or whenever Cam Newton messes up, boom, you got a quarterback to come in to save the day. I'm a big Mac Jones fan. I believe in him, but I think San Francisco is too high. I know the Jets for sure. I'm for sure and certain that the Jets will get Zach, Mr. Zach from BYU. I am more than sure that's the direction that they're going with Zach Taylor. I have a feeling that's what the Jets will do. Now, Sam Darnold, I think he will be out the door on draft night, maybe before, but I think that Sam Darnold time in New York will be up real soon. But I want to see the Jets take that leap. You know, they've been a laughing stock. The front office has been horrible. Same with the Giants. I'm looking for the Giants to do something also this year. I know they're not rushing at all to sign Saquon Barkley to a big deal. They're not rushing at all. Does he deserve it? No. But why? What has he done? Can you tell me something he done? They deserve it? What has he done? Now the dude is good when he's healthy. When he's on his game, he's very good when he's on his game. He's very healthy. So let's talk about some baseball. I like baseball. My co-hosts like baseball. Kelston loves it. He's a Dodgers fan. Jay, he's a Houston Astros fan, and Logan, he's a Braves fan, and me and Frankie, we're Yankee fans. Yeah, they lost, but it's just one game. It's just one game. I can't judge the Yankees or any team that lost yesterday on one loss. I have to see you play at least 10, maybe 20 games, maybe 30 games. Baseball is a very long season. So I have to see that. Then I can start saying, okay, this team is bad. This team is good. This team has some good pitching. This team got great batting. This team got a great field. This team got a good outfield. So I just can't just throw it on one game or 2 games or 3 games because, like my coach was saying yesterday, the Jays got the best bullpen. Well, we can't really say that right now because who's to say? The Blue Jays can go on a 5-game losing streak and stink, but the White Sox, they can have a 4-game winning streak and have the best bullpen for right now. But who has the best bullpen of all of baseball right now? We don't know. I don't know right now because it just started. Give me about maybe 10 to 20 to 30 games, and then we can talk about that. We can revisit that conversation and talk about it. Who's going to be the surprise team? Who's going to be that dark horse team in baseball? Right now, I'm going to put the dark horse right now. Right now, I'm very high on this team. I know some people are. I'm very high on this team. Very young team, and I'm going to stay with them. The Chicago White Sox, I'm going to stay with them. I'm going to stay with the White Sox. They got one of the best managers of all time, Tony La Russa. If he can stop the drinking, he'll be very, very, very fun. But I think the White Sox could be maybe that team to watch out for. The reason why I'm saying the White Sox is let me say something, guys. I got fans and friends everywhere, so I got to be careful when I'm talking about the White Sox. Because some of them are Cub fans too, and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings when it comes to that. But the Chicago White Sox, they're young, they're hungry, they're a bunch of wolves, they're ready. I think the White Sox, they're going to get to where they need to be, but I don't think they're going to win the World Series. I'm not saying all that. I just think the White Sox will get somewhere this year. If not, I'll take my L. I'm going to take my L and I'm going to wear it. But now the team to watch for, now that I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm not going to even pick the Yankees. I'm going to make everybody happy. I'm not going to pick them. I'm going to tell you who I'm going to pick, the team to watch for. Now, I don't know where Clayton Kershaw's head was yesterday. I don't know. But It's only one game, and I'm going to give him the pass. I have 30 minutes left, guys, and we're going to make it sweet. I'm going to go with the LA Dodgers. The reason I'm going to say the LA Dodgers because I know what they're capable of doing. I've been watching baseball for a long time. The LA Dodgers, when they're hot, they're hot. But Clayton Kershaw, you have to get it together. You have to get it together. He's one of my favorite pitchers. And I didn't like the way he looked. I really didn't. But I think as a whole, the Dodgers will be fine. They will be okay. It's only one game. Everything will be fine. I know the Dodgers, they are expected to go again. But I'll also say this too. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they're okay too. But one thing about baseball, which is crazy, they're throwing money around. They're throwing money around. Since they're throwing money around, throw some money to me. I'll make some of that money. $341 million. I could do something with that. I really can. Now let's switch gears. We're going to go to college football. I told y'all guys when I first came back, we're not going to stay on subjects long. We're going to talk about it for a little bit, get some input, and we're going to go on. We're going to talk about college football right now. I love it. I miss it. I've been lost without it. It's like having a Coca-Cola and then it's gone. I don't have it no more. Now college football, I can smell it. I stepped outside this morning. The fresh air hit me. College football is around the corner, everybody. It is getting really close. Really, really close. What I'm looking for this year in college football, and I hope so. I really hope so, because it's nothing like the fans in the arenas and these college stadiums, baseball stadiums. Listen, these players, these guys, and these ladies, where you think they get their motivation, the motivation from when they see the stadium sold out? Listen, I'm going to throw a name out there. Little Becky Sue only scored 5 points. So she's looking up in the crowd. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's going freaking nuts. All of a sudden, her motivation's in. She's feeling good. She finished the game with 27 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Because it comes from the fans. That's where we come in. We help give the players the motivation. We help give them that fight that they need to finish that game, to make a bad game a great game. Now, with no fans, we see it. You know how many great players I've seen? Like, man, I've seen it a lot this year. That's why I think we need it. My boy Frankie just told me fans are allowed at the Staples Center game. Yeah, the Staples Center, Frankie, starting April 15th versus the Celtics. That's a good thing. I really do. I think we're going to beat this coronavirus, guys. I really do think we're going to beat it. I think we're going to come out of this, and we should be better after we come out of this. I know a lot of lives was lost due to the coronavirus. I had people, that I knew, I grew up with, I went to school with, did things with, no longer here because the corona took them out. So I think we're going to come out of this, and we're going to be better, and we're going to start, getting everybody back in these stadiums, as soon as possible. I know some teams, they're not rushing it. I know Alabama, before I get to the college football talk, I know Alabama, I think they're going to start letting fans in at full capacity in the fall. Now, I don't know when it's going to start. I have to do my research on this. I don't know when it's going to start, but I have seen it, before that Alabama is going to let fans in the stadium. And my co-host Frankie from Unscripted, he's telling me we're going to have a good fight, guys. I think we're going to have Manny Pacquiao versus Crawford. Now, I think this came out today, or was it yesterday? It's going to be a good fight, folks. It's going to be a very good fight. Speaking of boxing, I like boxing. We need more matches like this, more great boxing matches, because I think boxing as a whole has fallen off just a little tad bit. We need more bigger matches, more exciting matches. But let me hit on college football right quick while I got time. I got a little bit of time. College football is coming around the corner. We got spring games going on right now. That's very exciting. That's letting me know one thing is getting close. I love it. So let's talk about who has the best uniforms in college football. You don't hear this a lot. So let's talk about it. The best uniform in college football. Now, I was told I cannot say Oregon. Sorry, I can't say Oregon. So the best uniforms in college football, and I was also told you can't say Alabama because that's your team, so I cannot say Alabama. So the best uniforms, I'm going to do 5. We're going to do 5. The best uniforms in college football. Let's go with Miami, number 1. I like Ohio State. They're number 2. Number 3, I love Notre Dame. Number 4, Texas Longhorns. Number 5, USC. USC had a lot of great linebackers came out of there, guys. A lot of great linebackers came from the University of USC. What college game are y'all interested in seeing and cannot wait to see? I'm going to tell you mine. This game could get nasty. It could get a little chippy. But let me tell you what. Alabama versus the Miami Hurricanes. This should be a very, very, very great game. It's been a game that I've been having my eyes on since the schedule came out. It will be a real good game. It's not going to be a bad game at all. It's going to be a very, very great game. But my concern with Alabama is this. I'm kind of iffy on the quarterback. I'm kind of iffy. I don't really trust him as much, but I'm gonna give him the opportunity. We're all gonna give him the opportunity in Alabama to see and for him to strut his stuff because Miami is not a joke. Miami is a very, very, very good team. I'm not saying it because I want to. I know, and we all know that watch college football, what Miami is capable of doing when they have their heads in the game all the way. They can play some ball. They really, really can. It's coming, folks. Now, college football rule changes. I hope this rule go into effect real soon. The overtime rule. Now, this thing from when LSU and Texas A&M went into 7 overtimes. So now they're trying to find a way to fix this. The best way to fix it is how? Should they do like the NFL, sudden death overtime? Yeah, that could work. And another word they need to change. This is a crazy one. This is crazy. They should have been done this a long time ago. Listen, folks. These players look to the sidelines. If you sit back and pay attention and watch the game in real time, these players, they look at their coaches and they fall to stop the other team's momentum. And I think that's stupid. I really do think that's crazy that players do this. So I think they need to look at that rule and change it. If a player looks to the sideline and fall, I think that coach should be fined or suspended, and the player should be suspended for a game. Not for half the game, but for a whole game, because that is very crazy that they allowed this, the NCAA. They've seen this going on for years, and now they want to change it. So I think they should. There's a lot of rules they need to change. Like the one and done, they need to stop that. I really do. It's crazy. But there are 2 rules that I think that they need, they should change because it's crazy. Let's pull up the college football schedule. I want to give you some games to to go over. We're going to go over. I want to talk about Jackson State right quick, where Deion Sanders is coaching. Deion Sanders is doing a very good job. I really do think so. He's doing a very good job at Jackson State. Here's my thing. This is coming from me. Do y'all see Deion Sanders? Do y'all see Deion Sanders going to Florida State after maybe 3 years? Do y'all see him going to Florida State maybe after 3 years? That would be something cool to see him go coach Florida State. But he likes it in Jackson State. You can see it. He loves it. Like a kid in the candy store. I'm pulling for Jackson State because I like Jackson State. You know, if you don't like Jackson State, I don't know what to tell you. I've been like Jackson State for a long time. When Deion Sanders went there, everybody in that division got shook up. Oh my God, Deion Sanders is here. Deion Sanders is here. Listen, Deion Sanders is something special. If he goes to Florida State after 3 years, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Let's jump right quick. We're gonna talk about some more college football while I got time. Now we're on time schedule, so I have to bring it to you fast. Let's talk about the SEC, the best conference in all of football. I love it. I love it. So let's give you some games here. Let's give you some games, folks. But I'm going to tell you a team to watch for in college football in the SEC. If not Alabama, watch for Georgia. Please watch for Georgia. Let's talk about the Florida schedule right quick, folks. Follow me and listen to me well. September 4th, they play Florida Atlantic. September the 11th, they play USC. USF. I apologize. Mark this game on your calendars, folks. Mark this date, September 18th. Mark this game down. Alabama. I'm going to go ahead and predict it. Florida's going 2-0 until they meet Alabama on September 18th. Mark that game down. Also, mark September 25th down. They play Tennessee. Don't worry about Kentucky or Vanderbilt. October 16th, one of the hated rivalry game that Florida has. Florida hates LSU, and LSU hates Florida. They play LSU on October 16th. Mark that down. Then October 30th, the day before my daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday is on the 29th of October. This game, October 30th, this game right here is against Georgia. This game will be very, very, very good. It normally decides who's going to take the East. So, and this game also as well, November 6th at South Carolina. And the last game is against Florida State. So this is the game November 27th. Let's hit on Georgia while I got time. Georgia, September 4th. This game here is very crucial. This is going to be a great game. Really great game. This is what college football is all about. Listen, September 4th, they play Clemson in Charlotte. That's going to be a good game. Mark that game on your calendars, guys. September 18th, always, they play South Carolina. Mark it down. Mark it down. Then they have October 9th. It's Auburn. Mark that game down. Then it's Tennessee on November 13th. The day, my birthday, November 12th, folks. Don't forget that. Let's just go while I got time, guys. While I got time. I know, guys. I know this is crazy. I'm trying to get to. I want to talk about Tennessee. I don't have time to hit them all. I want to talk about the Tennessee Vols. All I'm going to say is this. They're going to let me down this year. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. Mark this game down on y'all calendars, folks. They play Florida September 25th at Florida. And October 9th, they play South Carolina. October 23rd, they play Alabama. That game right there is going to be very tricky because Tennessee can play Alabama pretty good. Don't sleep on the Vols now. Don't sleep on the Vols. Don't do that. Don't do that, folks. But I'm getting short of time. Very, very, very short of time. But I want to just say this. What do you think? Let's go to the NBA. Let's hit on it. Well, I got a little bit of time. I don't have much. What's on it? The Brooklyn Nets. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do, folks? Blake Griffin is not what he once was. He's really not. What can he do for you in Brooklyn? What can he do? Can he stop Anthony Davis when he's healthy? No. Is he going to stop LeBron James? No. So what is he going to do? So is it win or bust for the Nets? No, that's crazy talk. No, it's not. Brooklyn has to figure it out. You got James Harden. You figured that part out. What do we want to do? We want to get to the playoffs, or we're going to get to the NBA Finals. So you showed us what you want to do. That is to get to the finals. But can they get to the finals with that group of guys they have? Because Kyrie Irving can't make up his mind, first of all, on if he want to be on the team or not. He don't know. He don't know what he want to do. He just don't know. So you knew what you was doing when when Kyrie Irving got there. You knew he was kind of off the map. So the guy basically tells you when he's going to play and when he's not going to play. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You're either going to play or not. Somebody can take your spot. You make that choice. So Brooklyn can't get nowhere with players acting that way. You just can't. It's not going to work out too well at all. So I don't think the Brooklyn Nets will beat the Lakers at all. Not like that. Not like that. I mean, do I like what Brooklyn's doing? Yeah. But why you got to form a super team just to win a championship? That's why I don't really watch the NBA as much, but I sure pay attention. Damian Lillard will win the MVP. He is my favorite right now on the Joel Embiid to win MVP. I think he has a high chance to win the MVP. And by the way he plays, he's a very great player. And yes, he's won the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. Don't tell me he's not. Because if you tell me he's not, then you're crazy. You don't know anything if you say that. This man is great. This man is amazing. One of the greatest players that I ever seen hit the NBA court. He's in my top 10. I don't know about the rest of the world, but he's in my top 10. You know, his loyalty. Actually, he don't owe Portland nothing. He don't owe the franchise anything. He don't owe him his loyalty. But he chose to stay loyal to Portland. You know, he really did. He chose to stay loyal to Portland. And that's what he's doing. He's staying loyal. But is that going to get you a ring? Nah, it's not. Let's be honest. It's not going to get you a ring. But it'll get you somewhere in life by being loyal. And they're going to reward him at the end. I like C.J. McCollum. He's a star. Come on, Anthony. Because he's still a star. Yeah, his name still is kind of big. He's Carmelo Anthony. He will always be LeBron in his shadow. You know, I like Carmelo Anthony. He seems like a very great guy. He really is. You can't take that. You know, seems like a very, very great guy. You know, do I wish we would won a championship? Of course. Of course. Think about it. Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Anthony Davis on the same team. That could be nasty. That could be great. Or it could be bad. Whichever one. But you know what? The trust is there. The trust is there. So guess what? It'll be great. Because LeBron knows Carmelo and Carmelo knows LeBron. I think it'll be great. So tell me this, guys, before we go. What would be a great two-player, on each team? Would Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, would that be a good team? Would that be a good team? Think about it. Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan on the same squad. That could be nasty. But we're never going to see that. That could be very, very nasty, guys. My time is getting short. Now we're on a schedule, people. We're on a schedule. So therefore, my mouth has to be closed in a few minutes because it's been running. It's been running. Oh, one more other thing. The Kansas Jayhawks, they signed head coach Bill Self to a lifetime contract. Very great coach. Very great coach. We know Kansas got knocked out, but who cares? Who cares? Kansas is still one of those teams that every kid want to go to and play at Fall Island Fieldhouse. Never been there, you need to go. Go. Go to Fall Island Fieldhouse and fall in love with some college basketball. If you don't like college basketball, what you should do is maybe go to a game. Go to a good game. Even the bad games, fans still go. Man, go to a great game. Go, matter of fact, just go to a game and see why we love college sports all together as one. College sports is amazing. Yeah, these kids and these ladies, these young men and these young ladies, they play baseball, softball, football, track and field, all kinds of sports just to make it to the pros. Some make it, some don't. You don't always have to play sports to make it in life. You can go to school and be the AD, assistant AD. You could coach at the school. You could be a teacher at the school. You could be something very important in anything. You don't have to play sports to be important. You don't have to do that. You could be important in other things. You may want to go be a lawyer. You may want to go be a doctor. You could be anything you choose to be in your life. But sometimes for some people, sports is the key to them living a better life and a great life. That's what it's all about. Living good, taking care of your family the way you want. You can do that in life. That's why I love Nick Saban, because he's one of those coaches to where he's hard on you. He does that, I think, because he wants to make a man out of you. You can't go through life being soft all day long. You have to sometimes toughen up. You have to toughen up sometimes in your life. You can't go around just being soft. It pays to be a tough person sometimes. Now, while I only have a few minutes, I'm going to touch on some wrestling. I love wrestling. That's one of my pastimes. I look at the old school wrestling when wrestling was fun. I can't go back to the 80s. I can go maybe to the 90s, but I can't go to the 80s like Jay, my co-host. I can't push it like that. But I can talk about the 90s, when wrestling was fun, like The Rock, The Undertaker, Kane, Kurt Hennig, guys like that made wrestling fun. But nowadays, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It's not what it used to be. It seems like they don't want away from what made them. And that's what people do. They go away from things that made them who they are. It never stop, because they can't stop you. They can't stop Vince McMahon. But he chose to listen. In all actuality, it's not looking good for WWE anyway. But the thing is, the only way you can fix it, put the attitude back. Bring it back. Bring it back. You're going to lose fans every day. You're going to lose fans every day. I always said WCW would have beat them if WCW wouldn't have done this one thing. They let Goldberg lose that belt. When that happens, I'm going to tell you what I done. I said the end is near. The end is near. And boy, was I right. the end was near, and it came fast. And it bit him on the butt a few times. You know, when you see such great talent, like, you know, wrestling, you know, oh, it's this and this, but you know what? Some of y'all couldn't do it. Some of y'all couldn't do it. It's just the business side of it. I think WCW could have done a little bit better. And on the business side now, I think WCW could have been a little bit better. I think if you would have took out a little bit of NWO and just let it be a regular show, you know, every so often, and have NWO come on like every few days, every few weeks to spike it up. When you think you ain't got no juice, hey, NWO, red and black, we need y'all, you know, to spice it up, throw a little Tony Saturns on it, and get it hot. But they didn't do that. We're going to keep the belt on Kevin Nash. And that's one of the reasons why WCW went under and it sunk. You know, it's not necessarily that WWE at the time beat them in the ratings war. It was just some of the things that they done, you know, behind the scenes. You know, guys, I have about 5 to 10 minutes left. I'm just gonna keep, you know, go around a little bit. But of course, you know, wrestling, you know, at that time was very fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I know my friend Frankie C Sports, he loves it. You know, so I'm trying to get my daughter to watch it. But before we sign off for today, I think I'll be back on tomorrow at the same time. What is the hardest position? I don't think we went over this before. The hardest position in football. I'm going to go with cornerback. Let's talk about this for a quick, guys. We got a little bit of time left. If you were the GM, we're going to go back in time. If you were the GM of your favorite football team, you got Jim Kelly. He's a rookie. And Joe Montana. He's a rookie. Who are you getting first? Who's coming off that board? Who are you getting? Who was the best running back? You're the GM. We're going to play tomorrow on the next show. This is what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to have a game called What Would You Do? That's going to be a good game. What would you do, and who would you pick? We're going to do that. We're going to try it out and see how that goes. A few things I'm going to talk about, like Herschel Walker, Earl Campbell. Who would you get? Who would you get? That should be fun. And we're going to do a few, maybe baseball. We're going to do some baseball stuff tomorrow. I'm going to give you I'm going to come on early on my other podcast, and I'm going to give you the games and the schedules tomorrow. We're going to do some more stuff on the other podcast, and then on this one, we're going to hammer it home on what would you do? What would you do? So it's getting close, guys. It really is. I figured I'm not used to having a time, set that you got to be off. Now we do. That's a part of it. That's the nature of the beast. That's what you wanted, and that's what I want, and I'm not complaining at all. So don't forget, tomorrow it will be the Big Shaw Sports Report, then Unscripted. So guess what? You will see a double dose of Big Shaw. A double dose of your boy Big Shaw. So, ladies and gentlemen, Unscripted, Big Shaw Sports Report, Big Shaw Sports Podcast. We're going to be coming at you as much as we possibly can. I want to thank Northeast Streaming Sports and everybody for giving me the opportunity. Like I said, I've been down for a little bit, but I'm back. And this was my debut right here. I hope everything went well with this, and I hope to continue to draw the fans on in. Come join Big Shaw and Scripted, streaming sports. I'm so sorry, because we need all the support and all the help we can get. So don't forget, tomorrow I will be back on Scripted, and everything else is good. Y'all love each other. Take care of each other. Be safe out there, and thank you.